Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Wired for Success, the podcast that, as you know, combines technology, telecoms, and the local community in an open, jam-packed conversation that gets everyone involved. We are back. The train carries on running. Today, I've got four special guests. I know I've not been on for a month, but I've come back with a bang. So I've got four special guests, and we'll be disclosing some of the things that happened in March, the GMCC Expo that we did in Stockport, the Willowwood zip lining adventure we did. We've also just welcomed a new member into the team. But with my four special guests, we are bringing some more members from the Red Rock crew and then also some pioneers within the local Tameside community. So yeah, definitely got a good episode lined up for you. So without further ado, let me introduce my first special guest from the support team and my fellow United stand supporter as well, Alex Dunn.
Hi Manny, thanks for having me.
You're more than welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm all right. I've been looking forward to this for a few weeks now. No, yeah, I'm all good. Thank you for asking and thanks for inviting me on.
Great first podcast.
Yeah,
It
first time I've ever, without someone holding a camera at you, having a camera looking at you. Yeah, first one. First of many.
First of many. That's what we love to hear. That's what we love to hear.
So yeah, that's what we're also about. Red Rock, we push ourselves, try different things. So this is completely out of my comfort zone, but we're here. Let's give it a go.
Let's give it a go. Let's give it a good go.
All in.
Brilliant. So, like I do with everyone, it's good to let people understand and get to know you. So, could you introduce yourself, really, like what you do in Red Rock and how you came about working with Red Rock?
Yeah. So, my name's Alex Dunn. I am the operations director for Red Rock. But as small businesses do, we all wear different hats. So, I'm also the second line support engineer, as well as running that team. Didn't always start off that way. 15, 16 years ago. God, I can keep going. 20 years ago, I started off being a data cabling. So your little sockets that you see in your office that allow you to connect your PC in to get you onto network. That's what I did. I did that for 11, 12 years alongside other people who did the phone systems. So over time you pick things up. And I kind of got to the level in cabling where I thought I need to... It's hurting my knees, this, bending down. I'm getting into my early 30s and my back's hurting. I need to change. So I started picking a bit more up, trying a few things on the techie side of things. And I've always had an interest in computers, ripping them apart, building them again. So yeah, I took it from there and here we are. How many years later now? I've gone into the tech side, 5-6 years. And I've been with Red Rock 3. So the lad sets it up for first 2 years and then brought me on after the second years.
Great. How's that process been for you those 3 years?
It's probably a bit different than your average person, if being honest, because I knew Paul, our MD, Paul James. He was my cabling buddy for 10 years.
Nice.
So there was no getting to know people. We already knew each other. We knew what we was about, and it was a bit of a compliment, really. I wasn't working with him for 2 years, and they come and got me.
Nice.
So straight in, as if nothing had ever changed, really. You know, when you not see your friends for a bit.
Yeah.
You go and see them, and it's as if you just
click. Yeah, it's just the same old. That's good. So I take it just been a smooth process from where you was coming into Red Rock.
Yeah, it was very, very similar, but job role is very similar, but the people here, that's way better, I must be honest. Brilliant. Yeah, a bit different environment. But yeah, now it's more, instead of being the man doing the job, I'm trying to teach other people to do the job and lead and grow the business, which is all new. Yeah,
because you're juggling quite a couple of hats, aren't you? You know, you certainly, like you say, a director still. You're still doing the support side of things. You're helping training the new people under you.
When someone asks me what I do, and I go, my official title is I'm an operations director. But what I do is I'm a tech support engineer. So I'm in that transition. You can't just go one day, I'm a tech support, the next day, I'm a director now. Click my fingers. It's taking time. But yeah, I am one of the owners of Red Rock. I'm the director, but I also have a day-to-day But over the next year or so, you will see me more progressing into just the leadership and the management side of Red Rock.
Great, that's lovely to hear. So within those initial 3 years, how have you seen Red Rock change like over time from
Massive.
where it started, where you just started with Paul, to where
massive.
you got me here
What more do we want?
on a podcast? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Try not to be like disrespectful to him, but when I came in, it was very much one sole trader-ish, where it was like we'd go and get some work and we'd go and do it, and that was it. Where now I would say we are a professionally run company.
Nice.
With structures, departments, policies in place, procedures, where none of that 3 years ago. That's when I started.
Okay.
No, yeah, 3 years ago, it was literally let's get up and running and see where it goes. And they traded for 2 years, did really well, and that was time to start professionalising it and bringing people in to grow the business.
Great.
Really good.
Nice. So let's get a bit more into, the support side of things, your forte, what you do on a day-to-day. How is Red Rock support different to like other telecoms? What essentially is our support system and team?
Yeah, well, I'm sure everyone would hear it from everybody else. We're the best, we're this, we're that. So we are very similar to others. We support telephone systems. It breaks, we fix it. What we are different, I find, is when you have a change, you want to change something really simple, someone's name spelt wrong, or they've changed, the staff come in, there's no charge for it or anything like that. You just send in a request and we add it to the list and we just get it done for you.
Nice.
It's not just break and fix solution.
Yeah.
We're there for education purposes. So right now there's a big switch off going on and not everyone knows what that means.
Absolutely not.
So we're there, no obligation, you don't have to sign up to us because you've heard some information.
Yeah.
So I would say that kind of side of things is where we go a little bit above and beyond what I've experienced in the past with other companies, where we above and beyond. How else can you put it? You need something doing, we will try our very best to do it for you.
Great.
Simple as that, really.
So speaking to talking more on like the different clients that we have.
Yeah.
Do all of them kind of similar inquiries that they need for support? Are they all different depending on essentially what sector they're in?
They're all they're all similar and different. So everyone words things in a completely different way, but generally they mean the same thing.
Okay, yeah.
But you've got some industries that we hardly ever hear from them, and we literally treat us a bit like insurance. They're there if we need it. Or other companies that we deal with, I speak to them every single day. They've got a real high sales team, and unfortunately in sales the turnover's quite high.
Yeah.
So they want phone extensions changing, so people work from home now, so they need access on laptops and this, that and the other every other day. That we're always doing bits and bobs for them. Or some companies, we have the finance company that is super complicated.
Nice, yeah.
Where you take card payments automatically and you press a certain button, it gets you through to a different department, and integrations, there's lots going on. So every customer is different, but all related to simple phone systems.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. So every day is a different day. Every day is a school day.
It is really. You learn every day, don't you? So that's great. And I know, just like leading into my second question, more on the kind of good customer service that we advocate and certainly try to move forward on. I know I've spoken to you countless of times on what good customer service means to you as a personal person, like as an actual person, but then how you then transcend that into like the support. So what is good customer service in your eyes, really?
Well, there's got to be a limit, but I've done it in the past where it's pretty much anything you ask for, we'll do, customers right. But it's not that. It's so I'll go back to my cabling days. I started off working with my dad as a cabler. He kind of drilled it into my head. When you put a cable somewhere, it's one thing, you want it to work.
Yeah, of course.
At the end of the day. But in his eyes, a good cabling job is someone comes in, does the work, and the customer doesn't know you've been there. They just see a socket on the wall. They don't see any dust, dirt, anything. So it was always drilled into me that you have to be respectful of the people, the area and your customer. So generally what we do is we would listen to the customers.
Nice.
And we'll take it from there. We don't go on with a this is how we're going to deal with this customer, because everyone's different. We'll just, how are you doing today? What can I do for you? And then sit back and listen, and then take it from there. Sometimes we don't have all the answers, but I think one of the main things is we listen to the customers and try and act on what they need.
Yeah.
Or then we would educate them in different ways of doing that. So yeah, that's how I would categorize it.
Nice, yeah. Because it's interesting the way you kind of said that, because I know when in previous episodes when I had like part B in the sales department, it's always kind of led on to that consultative kind of touch. We want to understand our customers before we provide any sort of like news or feedback or direction.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some companies who don't really care. They just, can you get me a phone system that does this? And you all do all the rest of the stuff in the background, where other people are really in depth and they want to know everything about what they do. So yeah, we educate.
Nice.
What do you want? We all tell you, can that be possible, or is there a different way to do it that they may not have thought about? And sometimes they come to us and give us an idea and go, no, I've never thought of that.
Nice.
I don't think. Well, one thing we also don't do is just go, yeah, of course we can. Of course we can. If we can't do it, or we don't know how to do it, we'll tell you.
Oh yeah.
But if you really, really want it, we can go and have a look at how to do it for you. And we will train ourselves, because let's be honest, no one knows everything.
Yeah.
So again, that's another point. Customer service, we're always pushing ourselves to know more, training, learning, so then we can help the customer.
Great. So I'll take it education, not only just educating ourselves, but also our customers on the mechanics behind it and why certain things may not work is important for a good customer service and support for you.
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, education it's massive all throughout your life, and like I just said a minute ago, every day is a school day.
Yeah.
But also some people don't care, they just want it to work. Other people want to know the ins and outs of it all. But yeah, education, it's massive. Again, with the big switch off, what does that truly mean?
Yeah.
My internet works, what do we need to change for?
No, very true.
We can provide that information for you, and again, no obligation. We say this is simply what this means, and this is what you will need to do. Unfortunately, that's what you're gonna have to do, whether it's with us or with someone else.
Great. Yeah. So how, like, just to kind of get into like your day to day, like your storyboard of like when an inquiry from a customer comes in, like what kind of step by step happens to where that issue gets resolved?
Well, I guess we'll touch on it in a minute, but it depends in different ways that they can get in touch with us. But ultimately, they all come through to what I call our help desk. So the usual sources, you've got your email, you've got our phone number, go onto the website and find out all that information. So it comes into our CRM, creates a ticket, pops up on our screen of who that person is, who wants some information on what's happened in the past to help us with the future. So we may have already fixed this in the past or changed something so we know how to do it. So yeah, and it just goes into a list. So depending on what package you're on with us, depending on what list you'd go into, and if you come in at 9 o'clock and there's nothing in the list, you're at the top. Yeah. No matter what you're asking for. If you come in at 3 o'clock and there's 10 people below you, go at 11. You literally go into a list. Unless there's a fault, and then all your changes. So I think someone can deal with the name not being spelt wrong. Yeah. Compared to someone who can't take a phone call. Yeah. So if someone comes in on a fault, that just goes straight to the top of the list, and everything else kind of gets paused, and we work on that.
So it's based on like kind of priority as well a little bit, but everyone gets considered in the same light.
Gosh, yeah. Well, we have our standard package. We have VIP Care Plus package. So, again, depending on which one you're on, we always try our very best to do it as quick as possible, but also first time. I think that's important, that we don't rush it in 20 minutes and then you come back to us, ask for something else. I'd rather take an hour to do it properly first time, and then you're done, you're dusted, and you're happy. And on to the next one.
And it's funny that you said that communication word, because not only is it part of our name, but again, speaking to some of like our clients that have come on, some of their issues that they've had with like their previous telecoms providers is that when an issue has arisen and they've reported it in, there's like a breakdown in communication. They don't know if it's being fixed, they don't know what stage it's at, and that causes frustration for them, because if they're thinking, I've got no internet and I don't know when it's going to come back. I'm telling my client I'll be online maybe in an hour and I don't know what stage is at. Again, it delays their business, their productivity. How do we go above and beyond for our customers really with our customer service?
a little bit of what I was saying before is that we will listen to you. It's massive. But what we are there. So we had a customer of ours. We generally do 9 to 5. This is, we're going to get onto it in a minute. We do 9 to 5, but we had a customer who said to us, "Is it possible that you could do a little bit early? Or sometimes I work till 7 o'clock at night. Is there anything that you could do?" And we're going, "I don't really want to work till 7 at night."
Yeah, you can imagine no one really wants to.
Yeah. But what we do, we offer a service where you can email in with anything that's urgent at any time, 24 hours a day. And we can't guarantee it'll get looked at, but out of our business hours, the directors all get alerted of these alerts. So myself, Paul Bate, Paul James would all know that something's going on wherever something's going on. And if I'm available, if Paul Bate's available, because we're the more the techie side of things, we will do our best to fix it when we can. I mean, there's certain times where I'm at home and I'm not doing very much, so I will help. But there's also other times that I'm pretty busy, so I can't. I've got a life outside of work. But one thing is, what works with this is it alerts us there and then. Nice. And when we get in at 8 in the morning, we're not checking emails, looking. Yeah, you're on it. I'm already on it.
Brilliant.
As soon as I sit down, I know what I'm walking into, and we're already on it.
Yeah, you're probably thinking of the solution whilst you're coming into work, really. So you're already like 5 steps ahead.
I'll sit there at night and go, I think it's this. Instead of waiting, laptop out. So even though we don't do a 24-hour solution, we do our best to, when it is a real emergency, we will go above and beyond to help you.
Brilliant. Because I know, like, our clients and people know that, we're real people at the end of the day as well. We got our real lives, but just to have that notification go into the heads straight away of a fault must reassure our clients to know that, whatever time an issue may arise, it's getting notified to the right people where they can come in and, as soon as the day starts, it's already being checked on. It's already being, handled well. Some other companies, it's, when they come in, it's just an email, it's just a note. I'm still reading all the other 20 notes I've got. And again, that process is delayed.
Or you just get put into the queue with the rest.
The queue with the rest, yeah, absolutely. So
it's not ideal when that happens, but it does.
Have you had like stories from clients that have like came over and that's been their past like experiences where it's like, I'm surprised it's been done so quick or so efficiently, like I've not had this before?
Yeah I've had that a few times. I've had someone ring me up on a Saturday and they are really apologetic, and I'm not, just by coincidence, I'm not actually doing anything and I'm at home, no problem, I'll jump on, and we had it sorted in 5 minutes. And I'm thinking that's not a major problem what you're dealing with there, but to them it was huge.
It's huge.
It's one person who's their main salesperson. They just couldn't take calls. So if they can't take sales calls, the rest falls down.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, you've got 50 phones, only one's working. But the one that wasn't working was their main phone.
Main guy, yeah.
So the, what would you call it? The kind of I've got a bit in the bank with them now. They absolutely loved it.
Great.
Thanked me very much. And every time I speak to them, they say something about that.
That's
and remember
amazing,
it.
yeah. So just 1% that they remember, and they will take, really for life.
The thing is that everyone, and we are support team, we're not perfect. We do make mistakes and things, systems every now and again, they do go down. I think it's how you handle it when it does. When things go bad, how you pick yourself up and carry on and learn. Educate yourself.
Exactly.
There we go again.
There we go. Education. That's what we're all about. The education podcast. Amazing.